Well, hey, Sag, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the positive feedback. Geez, y'all gonna have me crying? I am so glad that, this channel is positively affecting people. I can tell you that it really came out of the blue because I had the channel for almost a year, and for the longest time it only had like 25 followers, and then boom, and here we are. One big happy Sagittarius family. So Sag, here's your spiritual reading. This is where we rake you over the coals, Sag. Okay? But all in the interest of well-being. So this is your random reading, and yeah, look, I can't make this stuff up, right? So what came out was what would help me the most right now, what needs to change, and health. And I have to be honest with you, I don't get too many requests for a health reading, to be perfectly real. So what I did here was I made this kind of a mind, body, soul health reading. Um, and so that's what we're doing, Sag. I hope people watch it. You know what I mean? So, FYI, this is a Sagittarius channel. I am a Sagittarius, and so I feel more than qualified. And the reason, this is why I love this channel so much, because the main reason I created this channel was because I felt like we were so poorly represented in this spiritual world. Like, I have never seen a sign be so stereotyped as Sagittarius is, and how they totally get it wrong. Okay, so that's why I'm here for, y'all. I get you. So let's take a look, okay? So, the mind, Sag. What's coming up is the solar plexus chakra, and I have to be real with you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a sign that spends a lot of time in their head. People don't talk about it much, but we do. We are like overthinkers to the max, and what winds up happening when we are too much in the mind and not enough in our intuition, because there's a big difference, y'all. There's a big difference. Your solar plexus chakra could be blocked, is what I'm saying. And that comes from too much overthinking. And how that can really affect, often Sagittarians have digestion issues. Very often. And that is a sign of your solar plexus being chakra being blocked. If you've been having a lot of stomach issues lately, I have my whole life. Like, I have acid reflux disease, and I've battled with stomach issues my entire life. And I feel like the truth is like, we carry a lot of energy there, right? Sagittarius carries a lot of energy anyway, but we carry a lot of energy there. It sits there for us. So if you don't regularly do what's necessary to clear your chakras, to keep your chakras healthy, then I don't know what to tell you. And what can happen is too much overthinking can cause this. And, the solar plexus chakra is also connected to our emotions and our intuition, our gut feelings, and, yeah, Sag, I mean, you might be overthinking, and it might be blocking that up. And, what's very helpful with the solar plexus chakra is meditation. Meditation, y'all. Meditation is the key to life. Let me just say that. It may be where your mind seems to be going, right? Because we're seeing here the star, which is nice, the Two of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Like, first of all, for some of you, you may be worrying too much about love. But, what I'm also seeing is like the need to focus more on what you're aligned with, like, and not what you're not aligned with, like, not expecting opposition. You may think too much about that. Or even when it comes to relationships, you know, sometimes, it can also show up as maybe you feeling like people aren't for the relationship in your life, or people won't agree, or worrying too much about what other people think or what they're doing, right? With the Four of Swords, there's a need for you to break away from that thinking, to worrying too much about who's against you and not enough about who is with you. Because literally the key to healing, the star, is to focus more on who and what you are aligned with. And this is where you need to redirect your thoughts. That's what you need to change, Sag. Okay, let's get to the body health, Sag. And I don't know if this will be for everyone. I mean, like, I don't know if y'all, because feels like the second time it's come out about worrying about money. So, like, some of you are working too damn much. Like, you're taking on too much, which is a very Sag trait, by the way. Six of Pentacles, right? Which is about balance, and the Six of Pentacles has come out twice. So I kind of feel like there is this energy, one, doing too much for other people, okay? And not caring enough for yourself. Two, not delegating. Like taking on, whether it is that you're working too much or you take on too much of the responsibility at work. Because we're seeing the Hierophant here, which is about institutions, higher learning, blah, blah, blah. But basically, it's also about the patriarchy, right? There may have been, like, I kind of feel like this may be the way you have always done it. Like, take on most of the work yourself when you're really being called to delegate. Delegate, Sag. Six of Swords with the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Like, oh my gosh. It's one message in 6 cards. Delegate. Let other people help you with the load. You do not have to do it all yourself. If that means that you have to go to a higher up or hire outside help or outsource or whatever it is, do that, because you're taking on too much and it may be hurting your health. It may be hurting your health, and so may doing too much for others. Maybe. And you know what? Because what I always think with the Ten of Wands, if you're feeling a lot of back pain, could be that, because the Ten of Wands is so much like a weight heavy on your back, right? And for some, this won't be for everyone, but for some, I feel like you may be taking on more because you want to either literally move, right, or get past the rough patch, but you're killing yourself. So stop it. Okay, Sag. Soul, Sag, soul. So I feel like what's happening right now is, it's really interesting, because I don't know if it's the retrogrades or what it is, but it is really, there's a sense of long-held beliefs that are just breaking apart. And it's kind of really harsh, because the Tower can seem harsh, but it never really is. It's always in our best interest. These are systems that don't work. And so I feel like you're really going through some sort of thing with your belief systems. Like things that you thought just are not. There's a sense of really changing your beliefs, changing your perceptions, right? And I will tell you, Sag, that there's a real big message here that is in benefit to your soul, because what you're being called to learn how to do is to let shit go. Let shit go, Sag. Now, I know that people say that we move on from things so fast. Do we, though? Because I feel like we give the illusion that we move on, but we still kind of hold on to things. We hold on to things hard, you know, because we're lifers, because we're ride or die, right? But with the Five of Cups and Justice here, there, you know, you may be really starting to recognize that there are some things you have to let go of. And the universe is kind of saying, we broke this apart for a reason. It's so that you can change the way you think, so that you can realize that you can let these things go. You can still be loyal to things and let them go. Because there seems to be this whole issue like of holding on, and this is so much about Sagittarius and closure, right? Holding, like when you feel as if you've been treated unfairly, there's a tendency to hold on until it's fixed, right? Until it's fixed, until you get that closure. And I feel like you're really being moved to say, fuck the closure, we don't need the closure, it wasn't fair, okay, I'm letting it go. Because there's a sense that you're not holding on to things as much as you used to. You know, the Five of Cups can represent resentment. And I feel like, you know, maybe inner resentment and sadness concerning things that just weren't fair. Because you want fairness, right? Because, or waiting for people to do the right thing. No, I'm not doing that anymore. Because the universe said, no, Sag. They're actually giving you this new perception of letting things fall down. Let them fall. Let it burn, Sag. And this is going to be good for your soul. This is going to be good for your soul, Sagittarius. I love this. I love this. So we're going to get a mindful message because I love those cards so much. To see, you know, what would help you the most right now. Okay, and let's get a life purpose card. Why the heck not? What would help Sagittarius the most right now with their mind, body, and soul? What would help Sagittarius the most? And if those of you are wondering, when I'm putting up that spiritual channel, I'm kind of trying to take it slow because of Mercury retrograde. And just FYI, we got a full moon in Pisces coming up this week. So do your best to stay grounded. It is conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So there may be some lessons involved. And they're lessons, like, they're internal. It's not external. So, eek. Grab the tissues. Okay, so what would help Sagittarius the most now? What would help Sagittarius? What would help Sagittarius the most right now? Family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. As, you know, spend some time with people who love you, Sag. And travel. Oh, of course. What? Travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. So maybe get away for a trip, maybe with family. I don't know, maybe to visit family. Who the heck knows, Sag? What would help Sagittarius the most right now? What would help Sagittarius the most right now? Oh, that was quick. Recharge. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles. Spend some time outside to get grounded. To recharge. I love this. So, you know, maybe you're traveling somewhere outside. We always travel outside, right? I don't know what I'm saying. And dance it out is on the bottom. Of course, work that sacral chakra. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. That's your random reading. Doodles.